We're going to start this session as so many of them have started in the past with a big rhino-headed guard clamping his hands on the top and bottom of McKay's head and staring into his eyes and going, "You're Joshua McKay." And then he lets him go, straightens him up, and goes off to guard things.
Whiskey!
You guys are sitting around in the embassy. There's the 3 tables. Katar Balar's got like a little desk off to the side. There's 4 guys who were playing poker or something, but now are very like kind of doing the overly casual leaving the room thing. Like super over the top casual. Like one of them still got his cards, like, "I'm keeping this for later. I got a straight going," that kind of over the top casual. And yeah, they're Katar stands up and he goes, McKay. And McKay's friend, and he's smiling. Well, he goes, "My old comrade and Freddie."
I pocket my sword while he's doing all that.
He goes, "Yeah, well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad."
I agree.
He comes over and shakes hands with everybody, Freddie reluctantly.
How are things going here, Katar?
"I've been working on what you taught me, but it's coming along slowly."
As I said, it'll come along very slowly. It may. However, you have all the time in the world.
My thought as well. You've laid out the path, and for that I'm grateful. And do you have whiskey in your hand, Kinley?
Oh, yeah.
He goes, "Give me that. Give it.
Really?
I just
You want to try and
slug."
take whiskey off me?
He goes,
Oh, okay, for you.
He says, "We've traveled together for too many fucking months to have anything. You can hear it draining through him, which is creepy."
We practically know each other inside and out, and for you, that's more
He
likely.
just looks at you, just glares at you. He says, "All right, Freddie will, just so you know, we've gotten word back from the villagers in Bakersfield. We can't believe it, but your efforts have been appreciated, and they're going to work on gathering up all the black-eyed creatures they can and putting them at what they call the demonic barn of death. So let you or your associates, whoever's going to go deal with that, know that they're going to get them all there. But it's not without its risk for the villagers. Plus, they're worried about having that much pure, concentrated evil in one place at one time may cause something bad to happen. So
I'll pass the message along. Thank you.
Good. Just so you know, I'm not sure who's in charge of solving that thing.
It'd be Glenn and Dana.
Who?
Glenn and Dana.
Oh, them. Well, I'm sure that there will be no problems at all. He really slowly turns and looks at the camera, cocks his head to one side. He says, "Do you have anything for me, or would you like to be left alone for a while to do whatever it is you do?"
Is Darius and Claire back?
They are, and then they left again. But
Did
they
they
left
leave
word. What?
Yes. Go on.
That everything's going well. They're essentially working on expanding the Australian influence, and they're trying to recruit allies so that because they believe that Westmead, through their colony to the west of us, is going to come and fuck us in the ass. So they
attempt to, yes.
What?
Attempt to, yes.
Now they're thinking it's going to happen. So what they're doing is working on getting other people, allies and such. The only message they left for you is 3 words that I don't pretend to understand: slightly advanced weaponry.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. So I don't really know about those things. I was a barista at one point in my former life. I used to make a damn good coffee, but We need
Okay.
machines to make the machines to make those machines, so I can make a
That's
coffee.
right. Did you mention to them about I had asked you about the meeting that I had with them, and if they'd left a message in relation to that meeting?
No. I've forgotten about that. Sorry.
Okay.
I keep getting distracted by other people appearing here, and then the guards burst in and they grab people's heads and they say that you're not them
Mm-hmm.
or they're not you. It's been rather confusing, but we've been keeping things going. Also, Kitty is pretty much doing most of the work now. Your son is pretty much just keeping a watchful eye and waiting for you to hurry up and make it so that they have a cat. Foxy, thank you. Take a card. I forgot her fucking name. I knew she was a cat lady. I was part way there. He says so. He's waiting for you to get a move on. Shall I let your grandchildren and such know you're here, or?
I'm not sure if we're going to be here very long. As
if you don't see at
we've
least
got
your son and daughter, you know there'll be hell to pay.
Except for the fact that we've got a bit of a short timeline for a multiverse ending situation.
Oh, I'll just tell them you're off to save the universe again. You might want to retreat to your personal room
Yes, we will.
too, because otherwise, who knows what horrible other doors will appear in these chairs and such.
Yes, we will do that.
I'll make sure the corridors are clear. I'll come back and give you the high sign if they are.
Okay.
If your grandchildren spot you, they're going to want you to review their artwork. They've all been working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in trouble?
I thought that was the high sign.
Oh, right. Okay. He eventually comes back in and goes, which is funny watching it with Lego arms doing it.
Nice.
Lovely. We will retreat to my private study office.
Pretty much, it looks like it's been cleaned. You're guessing possibly by Foxy, if she doesn't like other people coming in here, and even though she's now running the place, she has always taken a fairly paternal view of you, and she's the one who makes sure you're eating your fucking vegetables and shit, even if you're like, but I got to save the world. She's like, you've been eating our mouthful of broccoli first, and you're like, but I'm in charge, and she's like, that's right, just one more mouthful of broccoli, that kind of thing. So
yes,
but with love.
And the deer head and the Janus head are there now.
The deer head?
The Janus bust. The bust. Because when you said Janus head, I was like, did they chop off the bitch's head?
Again?
That was the first thing that went through my mind, Pete. The deer head's there, and the Janus bust with the two faces thing is there.
Yes.
Oh, you took that with you.
Oh, yes. They immediately hit the loot button.
And the deer head.
Yeah. The deer head just looks at you.
Yeah.
It just looks at you like, and you can tell it's still animated. It's just size.
You didn't take the instruments?
Yeah, the violin's over there.
He points at the violin.
Good.
We've looted everything that would possibly be useful, says
That
the
looks
investor.
familiar.
Yes.
Yeah, by the way, Kelly, yours kind of went away. Sorry about that.
Eh?
Sorry?
The storage unit got raided.
No, I didn't put it in the storage unit. Mine's pocketed, mate.
Oh.
Clever.
You have
I didn't put them in your storage units after
Oh,
last time.
you have complex pocket?
No.
Well, how did you pocket it?
Because basically said it was kind of because it was a violin. I didn't take the big instrument.
Well, it's a complex piece of equipment. How did you pocket it?
Well, I've got it down as being pocketed, but
Alright,
that's
well.
not the case then.
Check out the spell description carefully and see what is
Maybe
what.
actually, hold on. I think I might be lying. Hold on. Pockets. No, it's not in the pocket. It's a very small cube I've got in the pocket. Where's the violin?
Anyway, while you do that, is the rolled up library painting still in here?
Uh-huh.
I walk over to it and
Oh, yeah, no, it's gone now.
attempt to sense stuff. Since I only get to do this when McKay's around, so... Okay.
Yes.
Now I need to analyze it, which is what I've been trying to do this whole time.
Ah.
I could try something on you, actually, Freddy.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
No.
Why?
Well, it could
Card
be
for
handy
Matt.
for you.
Logan, I made my other sense jump. Can I try another analyze? Since I have two?
Oh, they're from the different trees?
No, it's the same sense jump.
Oh,
I
I see
sense
what you
jump
mean.
once.
Yeah. That's fine. Well, yeah, I don't know. Have I done it? What have I done in the past?
No, it's one day.
I don't know.
Good. We'll go with that.
No. Okay, I made my analyze jump.
Oh, that is items only. Yeah, right. Okay.
So what is this painting, Logan? I made my analyze.
I think it's the make a trump on unusual. So I think you've already got the skill for doing it. Why
Well,
you don't know what
okay,
it
no,
is
I
is
know what it is.
bafflement to me.
Out of game. In game, I don't know what it is.
Now you know in game.
Great. Alright, okay. This painting will work anywhere that trumps work.
No.
So what?
No. It's more restricted than that.
Okay, does my analyze tell me what the restriction is?
Needs a high
So
magic
it's-
area as it always has.
So it's not the same as Freddy's
So it's not the
ability.
same as my ability. Because my ability, well, I don't have it, but when we talked about it, you didn't say that. So
This is a more restricted one that essentially uses magic to power it. It's like somebody put down Trump circuitry and is using petty magic as the battery.
So it's using the background radiation, magic radiation as such of the zone to power it.
rather than the Trump magic. Okay, fine. Oh,
So
now we know.
Assumably as a way to get around so that it can't be, somebody can't sense it out from a distance or something, potentially as a greater power.
Ooh, take a card, Pete, you bad motherfucker.
Logan, I managed to get my detect power chaos and analyze power chaos on Freddy.
Shit.
You've done that already, haven't you?
I don't know, not for a while. So since everything's been going on.
Oh.
Have you gotten that he's essentially got like a chaos marker in him?
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay.
I just didn't know if anything had changed.
He hasn't gotten it. Oh wait. He's also got. You found something new in him. He has like touched by demon.
I shot it out.
Essentially, the demon has like left a calling card in him, so to speak. Something like the other demons, like, "Hey, I wasn't good enough to get this fucker, but go ahead and take his ass over, please."
Yeah, you know those demons that possess the animals.
Can I attempt to classify Chaos Demon from the source?
Yes.
Oh, that'd be useful. Damn it.
Damn it.
Yeah, those animals that have the black eyes and all that, we were doing some experiments on them, and one of the spirits.
It shows a lot of like redacted footage and stuff, and it just shows the PCs getting covered in more and more blood and viscera and shit, just big redacted things stamped across it.
Yeah, basically one of them went inside me, and yeah.
Nice.
I shot it out afterwards.
The expression on Pete's face pretty much says it all. I'm not. He's giving you the look like I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed and perturbed and a little grossed out by your actions. Yeah.
All right.
While we're at doing shit, I will take out the small cube because I still have that pocketed from.
What?
Little cube?
Yeah.
How many things do you have pocketed?
No, just that. That was when. That's what I said. I took off the violin because that was not pocketed. I made a mistake. So that's gone because you're right. That was in your Vorus
so
unit.
You took
I've taken the violin off. The
you
cube
took the
is what I
cube
had.
from the gold morsel then.
We were using it. Yes, because we were using it last time to do stuff with.
Cool.
Were you with us? Can't remember.
No,
we went other places with it, so I had nowhere safe to put it at the end. So
Alright, sure, yeah. Did you manage to find anything out?
No. Not in the cube, because we knew it was only... We basically found out it was everything... it was nothing but high magic, and I was able to detect it, but I wasn't able to analyze it at the time.
Oh, let me have a look.
But my skills have
I'm not going to fucking look it up on the thing until you guys succeed in it, and then I'll go find it in my notes. Ha ha ha.
Wait, did you actually do your willpower first? To pull it out?
Oh yeah, you gotta do willpower to get it out of your butt. And it's times one here. Don't fumble on it or it's gone forever.
Is anybody else getting some weird sounds coming through?
No.
It stays by until we go somewhere else. From what? From where?
Well, just keep trying. You'll pull it out.
Just faintly in the background, I'm hearing this repeating noise, and I'm trying to work out what the hell it is.
I do have laundry going in the other room.
Maybe I can hear.
How do you hear?
Is it making every so often a squeaky noise or something?
I have to admit, I can hear. I don't know if it's squeak. It sounded almost like someone like raspily breathing, like.
That's probably Scott still echoing around on me. Jesus, I just wish he'd spend the $20 or $10 to get a fucking lapel mic.
Yeah, trying to find out who it's coming from.
It might be your washing machine, to be honest. Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Alright, we'll do the cube later in a different zone. So, the plan is for today, right, to go to Burlington first and try and use the phone, talk to the agents, see if they'll help us at all, and then we'll go from there, maybe to MMO land to check out the temple, do some reconnaissance and stuff. Yeah, okay, great.
And probably end up at the...
give me shadow lore rolls.
Ooh. Yeah, we keep getting asked to do this, and I keep failing, even though I've got quite a good fucking skill in it.
Matt, do you want a reroll card?
Yeah, go on then.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay,
there you go.
Well
done, Joshua.
I'm not sure what it is you're wanting to get the agents to do, but if it's anything about guarding the Logris, bad idea is the agents are definitely more on the order side of the spectrum.
Oh.
So that's a horrible idea. That's like saying, Mr. Fox, can you please guard the hen house?
Well,
yeah, they're very much order. But yes, they existed before the pattern was created, and we believe like they're antibodies of Ghost Wheel. But yes, they are very order, like in their behaviour and stuff. They maintain order.
Yeah,
they maintain rigid order.
They also maintain, you could say they also maintain balance as well, which is what...
Yeah, that's a primary job, isn't it? To maintain order, basically.
Yes.
Well, not guarding the Logos will be not maintaining order. Because that will be retaining balance.
Yeah, but it still needs to be done to balance everything out.
Alright, fine. If the agents are going to help us, who do we want to ask to guard it? Bird people, lizard men, crocodile people?
Anyone you ask is going to be incompetent.
Whichever zone you created in, the zone itself may get pretty screwed over. Because it's the Logos, it is the epitome of chaos. So MMO land itself may become just complete chaos. So anybody living there is not going to may not exist anymore.
Well, all right.
Think about what the Courts of Chaos looks like. It's
I know.
rocks drifting and...
I don't want to think about it. It makes me feel nauseous.
It shows a lot of cutscenes of Freddy like chained upside down, spread eagle, being tortured and stuff with something getting lowered down toward him. And he kept screaming, and despite his screams, they stopped. And he was so disappointed and heartbroken when they stopped.
Yeah, so I'm not sure who the blue maid was intended. He said some flying, potential if we did it on the
Island.
Fog Island. Yeah, thank you.
To fly there first.
Yeah, well, and he said like guards, as in he suggested flying guards.
You said to fly there.
Yes, and he suggested guards to be flying guards. I didn't bother posting that when we were chatting about it because we were still focusing on the first part and not the second part.
Okay. Well, this is the first part now. So
because part of the thing is, depending on how we go even just getting to the eye, we may decide that, screw that, we're feeling pretty drained. Let's pass it on to Doc to do. Because at least he's going to start refreshed, if you get what I mean.
Yes. But we need to find where to put this first. Before we
Not necessarily.
No.
Well, if we decide to draw the Logris, or if we want to say, here, Doc, here's the eye, and we believe this is a good place to do it.
Yes, if we find such a place, fine, I'm down. But we need to find the place and have some kind of an idea of how to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Snake Temple was my idea, but if the agents aren't a good idea to help protect it, how else do you suggest?
The thing, as I said, I think even though the Blue Maid said put it on Fog Island and then get flying guards, I don't know if he was considering the ramifications of what a Logris being created in MMO Land's going to do to MMO Land.
Do we care?
I was going to say, I think that would cause joy in Kinley's heart if you destroyed it.
No. What I'm saying is, he said get some flying creatures to look after it, but I'm not sure. I think he was thinking MMO Land would be still there, maybe, or something. I don't know, because I'm not sure where else would we. The only flying creatures we know are the Birdmen in MMO Land.
Well, there's flying creatures in French Vietnam, but they're not particularly sentient.
You have a bunch of flying friends that would be perfect for guarding the Logris. Your demon buddies.
Oh, Freddy.
No.
Come on, you're in contact with one. You've got a mark of a demon on you.
Ooh. That demon wants to possess people.
There you go. They're the perfect guards to have around the bloody Logris. They'll love it because they're born of chaos.
Yeah. And just quickly, the groups that are after the eye, the main ones that the Blue Mage knows of, which you got a bit off the rock, but he didn't. So the reason behind it, as in the House Amber Ash, is because they're working for the Great Serpent. House Soul, because they control access to the current Logris.
Yeah.
So if there's another Logris and they don't have control of it, that weakens their power. House Jespy is at war with House Saul, and then you've got various minor houses after it to boost their power, which could be why a particular individual may have been trying to get you to create it in the first place.
Yep, fucking justice.
Yep. And if he had actually bothered to tell us, don't tell anyone on my mind, don't tell anyone from the Courts of Chaos about me, then, well, he kept his cards way too close to his chest.
Yeah, he should have been a little bit more upfront with us.
Yes. And then there's
other
groups.
Would you be more upfront with the PCs if you weren't one?
Then,
the right ones, yes.
Then there's apparently these other groups called the Time Turners, the Ghost Clan, and the Brotherhood of Fury.
Yeah, I've
never heard of any of those, but yeah. So they're the other groups. Oh, and Clems needs to be rebalanced after that, apparently.
Well, I didn't know
no idea what.
Part of it.
No idea what.
As far as Trevor and Helgram, how do we believe they stand on this? Because they have a somewhat loose kind of affiliation with Sarwal, because they allowed their people to walk the Logris when they. So
yes.
I'm thinking maybe they don't want to piss them off by helping the people who are trying to make another Logris.
No, and in regards, and that links in with something when you were saying about the fact that supposedly the House of Justice's house was destroyed.
Yeah, Merlin told us this.
Yeah, so that makes me wonder if Merlin had given an edict that none of the houses were to assist us, and because Justice did, trying to do it on the sly, which is why he was being all funky about it.
Maybe.
That's why that's why Justice. I don't know. I can't see any other reason why his house would have been destroyed
because
for helping us.
Justice was kind of working with, in a way, with Ghost Wheel, and Merlin maybe doesn't want them to find out about Ghost Wheel through Justice.
I think from our conversations with Merlin, it seemed that people. Sorry, Alex.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say I think it makes sense what you just said about the because it does feel like very much like none of the people of Chaos are in any way trying to help us do this. They're not. None of them are volunteering. Like, oh yeah, no, look, we'd love to be part of your new fucking Logris pact. No. So I reckon they've been given some kind of,
Because I'm wondering if
anyway.
So Merlin's basically letting his child run his experiments.
Do his thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But Justice was linked with him technically. So if they found out that
linked to who? How?
Because there's no way Justice will be able to do the things he did and know the things he did without the help of Ghostwheel.
I don't know about that.
Are you sure?
You sure?
Yes, because, okay, think about it, right? Ghostwheel wanted the Logos. Justice just happened to start sending us cryptic messages to go and make the Logos.
It wasn't... Yeah, but it doesn't take much of a leap to note as soon as there's a pattern created in this pocket, in this blocked off pocket, that's going to get out of whack, and therefore you're going to need a Logos to balance it out.
Let me put it this way. How long has Justice been around?
Justice has been around for a long time, and that's what I'm saying. I've dealt with Justice for a long time. I think more than probably any other Dora except for maybe the Doc. And so I actually know quite well how he thinks and how he works. And trust me, I reckon he could have done this on his own. I don't think it
I had a couple of encounters with Justice, but I actually dealt with his father more than Justice, because we actually rescued his father, who was trapped, and freed his father. But I had a couple of minor dealings with Justice, but not to the extent that I know that Doc and Alex did in the early 20th century.
I don't know, but I'm just saying it seems a little bit too coincidental for my liking that both Ghostwheel and Justices,
Look, I mean, information has got out. We know kind of a lot of this information now, so it's not like it was that well guarded. So,
well, back then it was. Justice was the only one who knew.
Are you sure though? Or was he the only one that was talking to us about it?
So, all right. So let's put it this other way.
Mm-hmm.
How were there Amberites and Courts of Chaos people in here before the Courts of Chaos knew about Justice helping us? How did they know about this location? To be here, to be in Gothic. When you then went Burko and took out what's his name's son.
Sorry, when we can't go Burko.
How did the courts know about our shadow?
What does that mean?
Off his Burke.
Off his Burke. Off his head.
Off his head. Yeah, haven't you heard the expression go Burke? I think it's actually an English expression.
Is it? I've never heard that.
Or maybe it's not.
No. I don't think it is. I've never heard that.
That's a very Australian. He went to Burko. If his raining castles, he'd been hit with a dunny door, I'll tell you what.
The Burko, the dingy dong, and the bingabong. God.
Yeah, I think it must be, yeah. Basically, it means to lose the plot. So, when he went Burko and lost the plot.
God, Burko, I love it.
I think it might be short for berserk.
I'm giving Pete our card for use of confusing Australian expressions. The more of those he tosses in, the more cards.
Now what you need to do, Logan, is you need to throw it at
Jameis.
Yeah. No, not Jameis.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Jameis will figure it out.
He would still know fully what it means.
Yeah. No, I was going to say Jason. But he's not playing. He's not playing Reb at the moment, is he? So
right.
He's not playing Res. Sorry, he's not playing Resland at the moment, is he?
Pete, do you have any red cards?
Let me check. I didn't realize yes, I've got one in there.
Cool. Which one?
Discard, and any two others from your hand or pull. Slap.
That's all right. You've got 11 to choose from.
Well, he's got to get down to one card, I guess, because he got
Does anyone
slapped.
have
Yes.
special day by any chance?
I've got a
me.
victory and a prestige victory that I'm keeping hold.
Oh, yeah. If you guys do what I think you're going to do, then it'll definitely be a prestige mod.
I've actually majority of my cards are crap, so it doesn't worry me too much. So all right, so
anyway, back to what you were saying.
All right, so this may have come in handy if we decided to do something in Canada. I'll get dog sledding plus 20.
Yeah.
That D8 damage might. Cybernetics.
I'll take a shadow lore roll from since he mentioned Canada. I'll take a shadow lore roll from everybody. Because I'm assuming you guys have all walked shadow around your place, although nobody's really even explored much.
So close.
Yeah, Kinley likes to fail his shadow lore roll. It makes him happy and keeps him warm at night.
Cold plus 20. Clueless. I don't think we're a group that would ever use that. I've never been in a group that's used that.
I've never used it.
I've seen it used a couple of times. And
have you?
Yeah. Although it pisses everybody off. It may as well be called the piss all the other party members card off. You know? So nobody made shadow lore exciting. Something special about Canada.
0 point wager, which I considered keeping, but anyway. Actually, let me just do that.
Yeah. I got the hero point wager was a card that I made because of fucking Matt. He was like, I'm gonna get a crit on this, and so I decided to make that card just as a fuck you. If you put your hero points where your mouth is.
Exactly.
Come here, I want to put you on top.
Pick it up and put it back down.
No.
You gotta put it back in your hand and then discard it, I guess.
Yeah.
Take card.
Although I can't really see why you care about the hero point wager card.
Out of all my cards, it was probably the better one, so I thought I'd put that on top.
I wouldn't even worry about that. Somebody will discard something. With how smart you guys are talking, there'll be more cards soon.
As I said, out of everything I had, that was probably the better one.
Wow, that's sad.
As I said, you saw what I discarded, so...
So, okay, I'll concede that point. I believe there may have been a few more houses that knew about Courts of Chaos houses or house, singular, because of the whole Zog situation.
Yes, exactly.
All that.
Exactly. And then and that was going to be the second point, Zog.
I don't know if we want to trust.
But anyway, putting all that aside, I don't know if there's any houses we could trust, or I don't think there's anybody from the Courts of Chaos or anybody from Amber.
No, I agree.
Immediately come to mind.
I say we don't get any of them.
All right, so just to, is there any gnomes about?
Are there any small beetles with the color purple or something?
You guys get up, and it just shows everybody thoroughly checking out McKay's thing and stuff. No, you do find the most unusual thing you find is in the toe of a slipper is some cheap tobacco for some reason.
Persian slipper, I think. Was it a Persian slipper?
I
can't remember. Yeah.
You don't know who the fuck would keep cheap tobacco in a little pouch in the toe of a Persian slipper. That's probably the most unusual thing. But with your guys' spot hidden as good as they are, I'm not even asking for a roll for this. You found no strange purple or indigo colored bugs around, and you didn't find any garden gnomes, and you didn't find any harlequins, and you didn't find...
Great.
Yeah. Beautiful.
All right. Okay. So, suggestions on gods / protection...
I've got no idea, unfortunately. I don't know who we can trust, and who would be powerful enough to stop an Amberite or a Chaos Lord who turns up and decides to mess with it.
Why don't we go and talk to Ghost Wheel? Or try to talk to Ghost Wheel?
I think that's possibly a way forward. Whether or not Ghost Wheel talks to us is another thing entirely.
The pattern has been here for a long time now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And apart from the Blue Mage and maybe Joker doing a bit of damage to it when he broke Poochie out, no one's bothered by it. So I'm not really sure, like, why necessarily we're worrying too much about the Logorus once it's made. I don't know if they really give a shit about the shadows, to be honest.
The thing is, Kinley, the pattern is hidden. That dome,
not really.
That dome has special properties because as soon as we fixed it, the agent started acting normal again.
Yeah, and before it was fixed for a long time, it was broken, and no one still came to have a look at it.
Yeah,
and before that, there were no agents guarding it, and before that, it was in Ghost Wheel with a link from the saloon to get to it.
Well, that was in Ghost Wheel. I think maybe he shrouded it or something.
So, but I just mean that
if Merlin is like Pete said, if Merlin say let Ghost Wheel do his thing, like go off, do your thing. This is your experiment. You're fun. Go and have fun with it, and no one else mess with him. Then they haven't messed with the pattern when it was there. The people inside the shadows, they're trying to fuck with it. But I'm not sure if we need to worry necessarily about the Ambrites and the.
Yeah, maybe not so much.
Shadows to them are just their playthings. They're toys for their amusement. You know,
although
it is a pattern and it is a Logorus, but I don't know. I'm not seeing why one wasn't being fucked with for ages. Why the other one is going to be fucked with.
If we inevitably, as I believe we will, go to war with either Courts of Chaos or Amber, and they find out or already know about the Logos/pattern, they could easily destroy our entire universe by destroying the pattern/Logos.
Yeah.
And just
so has the pattern been repaired?
Yes. Oh no, the little part of the veil, no.
Sorry.
The building's been.
Why are we talking?
Yeah, not the building, the pattern itself.
No, the pattern's not been repaired.
Why are we talking about going to war with?
Because I believe that inevitably this is where I think everything will lead to us at war with either both the Courts and Amber or one of them. I just have that feeling.
For what reason?
Because Ghost Wheel hates them and is training us up. Why do you think we're here?
Experiments.
For what?
But for their amusement. We're playthings to them. That's how
Ghost Wheel is trying to get I think Ghost Wheel is trying to get an understanding. Personally, I think Ghost Wheel is trying to get an understanding about the Amberites and the Courts of Chaos people. I mean, Amberites being this.
You know that the Amberites.
And by putting us in a pressure cooker, seeing how we react, and people with our power, and that's part of the reason why we are linked. He's trying different experiments. He's trying with individuals, and he's saying, well, what about if individuals feel they have a link? Are they going to work together? Are they going to be fighting against each other, etc., etc.?
Oh, you have other cards. Hold on. Anti-greed, all greed cards discarded.
Yes.
Hold on.
Anybody have any greed cards?
Yep.
Yeah, carry on.
Well, I
Matt, can you move your mic back closer to your mouth?
Okay.
Thank you, Matt.
I understand, obviously, that the pattern is now guarded and things might have changed, but for a long time it wasn't, and no one messed with it. But I'm not saying that that's not the case now. But I don't know. I'm just we could spend months and months and months trying to come up with the perfect location and the perfect guard setup, and it still might be for nothing.
So how hard is it to get through the barrier?
Really hard.
Very hard.
But this way,
sorry, could you give me a Freddy Essence roll mash times 5 lowers better?
Okay.
Just want to check something.
All I did was try to contact Trevor a while back, and
I'll spin a reroll. Why not?
Ah.
I had two of the new guys with me, and I kind of forgot and said touch me so you could be part of the conversation. It nearly killed them.
Okay.
And that was quite a good roll to try and. Are you I thought you said you were saving. Oh no, it's a reroll card.
It's a reroll card, yeah.
I don't have any rerolls.
Don't say I didn't give you a roll on that later, Freddie.
Okay, I'll spend a hero point then.
No, don't do it, Freddie.
Yeah, by 4. Whatever.
You are not meant to have success in your life, Freddie.
No. That's fine.
All right, so if it's us getting out, what about is there any indication of them getting in, or them attempting to contact us?
Yeah, they've tried to contact me and they just blew my head off. Blaze was fucking pissed that the unicorn eye was missing, and first he tried to blow Doc's head up, then he blew my head up to send a message to Doc. So yes, they have been trying to.
Who did that?
Blaze.
Who's Blaze?
The arch nemesis of Doc, basically.
Blaze. Hold on, let me reference.
He's I believe he wears orange and red.
Yeah, I've just got Blaze Fucker.
So is he a
Amberite?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is he a son of one of the main androids? Is he an older brother? Is he one of the multiple offspring that Oberon had that we weren't aware of?
Slandy is Blaze's daughter. If that gives you any help.
Let me check the family tree.
Who's Slandy?
Alright, hold on. Family tree.
This is for anybody watching. This is the only bad thing about having a really detailed campaign is when the players need to take a couple hours to figure out what are we doing exactly today. Laundry's.
We know what we're doing. We're just trying to work out the best way to do it.
There's so many good possibilities and so many horrible ones. Freddie so far has given me all the worst ideas. Like pretty much, it's like watching a fucking monkey play with an AK-47 or giving a loaded handgun to a kid. Either way, it's not going to end well.
They weren't mine. They were all our ideas.
Sure.
Blaze is the son of Oberon, brother of Random, Corwin, Julian,
etc. Okay, so he's one of the
princes.
Everybody give me a spot hidden roll at quarter. I don't think you might make it. You guys are really, really good.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Freddie.
No.
Okay. Please continue your talking. I'll just whisper to Freddie.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose. So yeah, they have been trying to contact us. I don't know if they've tried to come through at all, but yeah.
I think it's still hard for them, but they're quite a bit stronger than us. So.
Yeah, they're quite strong. I think we need to just talk to Ghost Wheel, or try to contact him and see what he says. Maybe because this is essentially what he wants, so he may have some suggestions on what we can do to do this. Because ultimately, if we fail, his experiment or whatever, it's going to fail as well. So it's in his best interest to help us.
Ghost Wheel, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Everybody give me scientific method lower rolls, please.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think it's more of a case of whatever happens. He's watching.
He then resets it. And then he resets, he starts from scratch with different variables.
Got it, Franny.
What was the skill? Okay, I'll just roll them because I don't know if I have it. Don't.
No.
Freddie, have you ever seen Ghost Wheel before?
Yeah. Briefly.
Curious.
Oh.
I never have.
Cool.
Interesting.
Freddie begins smiling and looking. He may be getting ready to masturbate. You're hoping the hook's not involved.
I believe we're being monitored by Ghost Wheel.
It would not surprise me. This is a fairly momentous thing that's going to happen.
So
he's probably...
The what?
There's a little disc right there, don't you see it?
Are you pointing it out?
Yeah.
They don't see it.
He's probably concealed himself, so is he a little glowy, floaty disc?
Yeah, it's like a little silvery disc on one of the random art paintings over there.
Okay.
He points at one of your...
He's monitoring, but he will unlikely interfere.
It's gone now.
Okay. Yeah, he's probably just moved and he's somewhere else.
Still, it would be nice to talk to him.
Yes.
Why? I don't think he really, like I said, I don't think he can be persuaded by us to help out.
How about this? It's not Ghostville. It's Dr. Janice. She wants to protect us, right?
Which
one? She wants us to make the logos, right?
Which face?
I was gonna say, everybody, yeah. Matt, take a card there. Everybody, give me psychology rolls.
Psychology. No.
And Freddie, you're thinking that what you just said. Hey, maybe we should ask the crazy person who has, as Kinley pointed out, literally two faces. As far as they're worse than having their up days and down days. They seem to be completely like, I want to do this, I want to work against it. Asking that person for help, that should go well. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. You're thinking, wow, they just shove a demon up my ass and say it's a hotel.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're down to the usual state of things where it's like we get it done or it doesn't get done. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. We were sort of expecting that was the case, but we needed to explore the options just to make sure that was the way it was.
No, that's Glenn's ass.
You got to collect them all.
Okay, so other ideas, where to put it?
Yeah.
Even
what was that? What was that post just sent about?
Which post? I sent a few.
No. What appeared in the chat?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I think Logan gets what I was saying.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, that was Glenn, not me.
It's like the cockroach motel, but for demons.
Glenn, we were attacked by animals. A gerbil went up Glenn's ass, and it got stuck in there.
Oh my god!
It was worse than that.
I was actually more thinking about. I saw this message, and then you said, "So where should we put it?"
Oh, if you guys can find a way to get the Logos up Freddy's ass, I will give extra cards for that. All right, so I want to walk Logos. You must enter Freddy's ass.
I know exactly how this.
Funny thing is that Doc came up with a kind of similar idea that was also very funny.
He did, yes.
I like that.
Wow. Mecha Doc and do it on his cock.
Yeah, he's going to become Mega Doc, tattoo it on my cock, and then see if anyone wants to go and walk it then.
Grab hold of my penis for a fun ride. What?
And I was like, me, I'll go first.
It was definitely a weird session yesterday. The gerbil was named Lemmy Winks, if that means anything to you.
Yes,
little
Lemmy Winks.
Stuff.
Lemmy Winks.
South.
Early South Park.
He was in there for quite some time.
Oh my god! Right. Okay, so basically, we need to try and come up with somewhere that we don't mind buggering up.
MMO land.
Somewhere that's safe and somewhere that can be guarded.
There's so many fucking good. I don't limit yourself to just recent zones, guys.
No. I had. There was a couple of zones I was thinking about, but I wasn't sure if they still exist.
You thought about fucking the Smurf zone up, put it in there.
Yeah.
We thought about.
We thought about the asylum, but we're concerned that it's attached because of the association with Mildred. That might screw Mildred over.
Plus, that's a that's like pretty much immediately connected to the zone that has the pattern in it.
The village.
Yeah. And then Freddie came up with, I thought was quite a good one, but it shifts around too much. Maybe it's the sewers.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Yeah. I mean, the other, I don't know if it's broken up, but I had considered the Shadow Academy because that got completely severed from Gothic. So if that hadn't, sorry,
want to put it in Gothic?
No, not Gothic. Shadow Academy. It's a pocket.
Yes,
it's its own pocket. It's its own
pocket of another zone.
We can put it in Dino Land. Have the dinosaurs protected.
So hold on. What was the problem with doing it? If there's no other way of getting there, what was the problem with doing it in the Shadow Academy?
It's a pocket of another zone. So give me shadow lore rolls for.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it may have.
That's almost
I
like.
I wasn't sure if it was a pocket of another zone or if it was a pocket.
It's a pocket of a pocket, so to speak.
Yay! Woo!
Nice. Hey, you got a tick.
At last, Matt, you're thinking that if you put it in a really minor pocket zone, it may be too much for it, and you're not sure because essentially, you're stuffing a big battery into a really small juicer thing. I'm not saying you need a really big zone, but like the Shadow Academy is kind of like a building, and you're wanting to put like a.
No, there was more to it. There was like a forest. There was a lake with a couple of kilometers across.
Because I just thought because the village is not a massive zone either, is it?
No, that's right.
No,
in some ways the village is about the same size as the Shadow Academy.
That's what I thought, and the fact it's got a pattern in it.
True.
I thought maybe.
I'm just saying that it will have repercussions. Unfortunately, the pattern was a good fit for the village because the village is very
good
orderly
fit for the village.
and all that.
Yeah.
And I mean, you. I don't know.
I just had a really stupid idea.
I suppose from before hang on to that idea.
Okay.
So from what you're saying, then Alex, then one of Doc's thoughts of creating a pocket, his own pocket for it, probably wouldn't work.
Probably wouldn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm thinking
go Freddie.
I need to find. Sorry, I was just quickly was going to say. I think we need to find a zone then that matches that. So find a kind of chaotic zone that would then the Logos could thrive in rather than. It seems like you want to kind of match it with.
Besides Dino Land, there is one other zone. I think it would be very funny to put it into. I don't think either of you been there actually. It's the zone with the Great Serpent and the World Tree that we went to get the barbershop wood.
But that's not within the wall. That's outside the wall.
Is because we did pass through a wall when we went there.
No, I think you're a real boy when you go to there.
I don't remember passing through a wall when we went there.
I may have forgotten it.
Oh, okay.
That is the only danger because I'm not as cool as like a computer game where it's like you were definitely getting fucked in the ass by the wall. I sometimes forget, but give me shadow lore rolls on something Freddie said earlier.
Dino Land, yes.